All right, y'all, back again here. This time I'm gonna interview my roommate, who is 3 weeks ahead of me. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Zeman Stellar Ortiz. 3 weeks from graduating. I'll be a corpsman in 3 weeks.
3 weeks is crazy,
It is.
and
Taking
that,
fucking forever.
and that puts you at week what?
Like 11 or 12.
11 or 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going into week 8. Oh man, I get a lot of knowledge from the people that are ahead of me. So brace yourself.
Just passing down the baton.
Right? How you like the Navy so far?
Um, it's good. Like we said, it's been very fulfilling. Like you said, this isn't what the real Navy is like. This is just, the process of certain things. So
Yeah.
holding out to see what the real Navy's like. As much as I'll see, since I'm a reservist, But.
Oh yeah, that was going to be the next question. But the reason I tell y'all that is because I see a lot of people get frustrated, and everybody asks me, "Is this what the real Navy's like?" I'm like, "No, this is just schooling. It's a lot more strict. Of course, they want you to get through things, so you can get to the next level."
I mean, it's definitely super frustrating sometimes, but I mean, other times it's like really nice. It's really fulfilling, and like I've met like a lot of people that I wouldn't have met otherwise.
Yeah,
like you or like people from my class, and it's really nice. It's been really good so far.
that's good. That's good. And you already answered the other question. You're a reservist. How do you feel about being a reservist?
Like I keep telling you, it is the best fucking choice ever. The Navy is on my time, not the other way around.
Very well. I'm active, so there you go. You get two perspectives there. How's schooling going?
It's good. It's going pretty good. I think I have a 96, 97% GPA right now. It's just hard. I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just like
it's a lot.
It's a lot. That's a lot at once. It's very, very fast paced, and I struggle with the labs the most because it's just I'm not. I kind of like lock up, but you kind of like hit a point where it's like it doesn't. It just do it.
Doesn't phase you anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The shock and awe kind of wears off, but it's not bad.
Yeah. It's definitely drinking water from my fire hose. Multiple labs a week, even multiple tests a week, like 3-4 tests a week. It's crazy.
Yep.
Leadership roles. What would you say about leadership roles?
I mean, we've been to each other like a lot about this. It's definitely like some like high school game, like it feels like I'm right back in high school, and it's like you try to do the right thing, but sometimes it kind of backfires. But again, fulfilling. Like people come to you when they need you, and you have the opportunity to like help out like a lot of people. Yeah, and it's definitely nice. I'm CPC, like, you know this. I'm CPC from my class, command pass coordinator, and we do the heavy lifting for leadership. We give all like we support LPO, ALPO. So
yeah, we definitely. You guys know I'm an output for mine. We definitely rely on CPCs a lot, especially for accountability and all that stuff. Somebody's late for watch today. Don't go to watch. They get the call in the middle of the night, and then we got to figure out how to discipline them. So it's a lot. It's a lot. If you had any, if you had any advice for anybody that wants to be in a leadership position and fleet returnees as well, as far as leadership roles, what would you give them?
Don't. No, I'm playing. It's if you can handle it, it's definitely very fulfilling. And if you want to be able to like guide people in the right direction, you definitely should. Like I was also yeoman in boot camp. Worst possible choice I could have ever made. But it was just like I figured it couldn't be worse, so that's why I did it here. But I'd say do it. Try and get out and do as much as you can, and that way you can expose yourself to like as much as you can, and you can learn and grow from it. Yeah. And also the flocks look great, so I'm gonna get a flock for this shit. So
there you go. Yeah. The flocks will look good, especially if you're new to the Navy. A flock is a flag letter of accommodation. It's usually from an admiral. I don't know how they do it here, but it's a point on your exam whenever you take it and stuff like that. Also, like for fleet returnees and leadership, the things I could say is it'll sharpen your leadership skills. That's the best way I could put it. Is I know we deal with people out in the fleet, but this dealing with people straight from boot that don't really know much about the Navy. It's kind of it's a good thing because then you can help them grow before they get to fleet. You can show them certain things, do stuff like that. So sharpening. You're never too good of a leader to keep learning. So
Yeah.
that's what I'll say about that. What do you like most and dislike most about
School or like the Navy?
school here?
Um, what I like the most is that I got that like freedom back after boot camp, which was definitely very nice. It's also teaching me like a lot, like things I didn't expect to know or like learn before joining.
Mm-hmm.
What I hate the most is they're kind of strict sometimes with certain things, like whether it be like the phone policies or like not like leave, but like liberty policies. I feel like those could possibly be like loosened to an
Yeah.
extent. Of course, I know it's not like free reign, but overall, again, it's been like a positive thing. Like it's just some things you have to get over. You got to bite the bullet, keep pushing. Like I'm
Yeah.
not worried about my phone too much.
I'd definitely have to agree. Well, I think the most thing I like is about like mentoring sailors. Like come in, like even you as my roommate, you guys ask me questions all the time, and I give you my knowledge and stuff. I think that's the fun part. I love that about my job. I love doing that to everybody in my class when they come up to me. Like my favorite thing to do is pass down the knowledge that I know to others because I want y'all to succeed. So I would say that's my favorite part. The worst part is the opposite of what you said for your best part is losing my freedom coming here as a fleet returnee. But everything's for a reason. There's rules for a reason. I gotta respect the rules just like everybody else does, whether I'm a fleet returnee or straight from boot. Because at the end of the day, we're all being watched, and I gotta be a good leader. So, I mean, it is what it is. But that would probably be what I dislike the most. But it is for a reason.
Yeah.
Next, I will say test and labs. How do you think the test and labs go?
The tests are easy. Well, they're not easy. Of course, you got to study and know your stuff, but um, it's not hard. Once you like at least if you have like a basic knowledge and like an understanding of like the lesson, then it's not hard. I think you know this. Like at first, it's like super panicky because like you don't know like the format, you don't know the kind of questions they're gonna ask, and once you get used to that, you start to like it takes the edge off, and you're just like, okay, it's just let me study, let me figure it out. The questions it can be tricky sometimes. I feel like the wording, but not too bad. Um, and then for like the labs, they can be difficult, especially like the longer ones. You know that. The longer ones because you have to memorize them, and then you have to understand what you're doing for each step and like why you're doing it. And of course, it helps at the end. Like it's drilled into my mind. I don't know about you, but like it's engraved in there now. But it's sort of the same thing that like it doesn't like go away, that like fear of like, oh, like, well, what if I fuck up, what if I fail, that part doesn't really go away, but like you build more confidence in yourself and you're like, I can handle it.
Yeah, definitely. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get. I guess the thing that we have to remind ourselves is not to get complacent and too comfortable. Because when we do that, then people start failing, and we don't want to do that. So like you said, tests are easy if you study. The one thing you'll hear is like, this test is the Corpsman killer, this test is the Corpsman killer, all that stuff. But it's like, I haven't failed a test yet. And everybody that says the test is hard, like I go take it, and I'm like, that wasn't that hard because I studied 24/7. And then the labs, you just gotta beat it into your system. And labs happen quick, so you could do a lab in the same day that you just learned it. So keep that in mind, that you just have to keep engraving that in your brain. And that's what I'll say about those. What do you look forward to after this?
Going home.
Definitely
going home. Going back to my old job. I told you my BMW is getting fixed today. So I'm excited. It's a little gift to myself.
Nice car.
But just excited to go back home, back to my normal, or what I can at least. I've changed a lot since joining. See my family and my friends, and little situationship, you know about.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I feel that, and people will notice that you're different. Like I noticed, like my big brother when I came back from my first A school years ago. You're different. I was just more of a, how do I put it, more stern and more strict and stuff like that. So they'll notice the change in you and whatnot. And the thing I look forward to the most is getting home to my wife and my kids, man. Dang. I can't wait to see y'all, for real. I need that.
You talk about them all the time.
All the time.
Day, every day. That's all I hear about.
My bread and butter right there, man. They get me through it. Besides my parents and my extended family, man, my family, my close family, wife and kids, man, get me through it. Babe, we might have to make a baby when we get that. Okay. Yeah. Oh, man. But yeah, for real, I can't wait to get back to my family. And then any advice for those listening?
It's gonna seem like the worst decision you've ever made, and you're gonna have some days where everything seems like so insurmountable, and just like you don't want to do it, and that's when you need to like find like that piece that drives you. It's like I can keep going. It sucks. There's no doubt about it, but just got to keep pushing and believe in yourself. Have the confidence that you can get like through like the labs or like the tests or even just like joining in general or whatever fear it may be, and you'll do it. You'll do fine. That's my advice.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. My advice to you, whether you're boot, fleet attorney, man, is just enjoy the time. You make of it what you will, like any circumstance, and study. Like if people want to go do something, this and that, and you know you got a test, study. Yeah. Like you don't got time to be BSing here because guess what? Things happen so fast here. Like we just talked about, it's like drinking water from a fire hose on 20. So study. Yeah, you have time to do things, but stay in your books and you'll do just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything else that you want to say?
Like you said, just stay on it. Like you gotta study. They're gonna have moments where you gotta pick and choose whether it's like, do I gotta catch up on this or like sharpen on it or go out with my friends, and it just you're gonna. It sucks like passing those moments, but you gotta study. You don't want to be in a situation one day where someone's life is depending on you and you don't know what to do because you barely passed. But you have time to like stuff fun and like go do things that you really want to do. It just priorities come first.
It does. It definitely does. Well, y'all know how I end every